Hello everybody, I'm Dante from Low Mana Gamers, and today I am playing some Heroes of the Storm. I'm doing one of my old videos that I used to do quite a lot, and we're going to be trying out Yrel and showing off some of the builds I've been using now that she's gone live. So let's just get this started. So today we are on the Infernal Shrines, and we're going to be playing out Yrel. She's the newest hero to hit Heroes of the Storm, and is a bit of a main tank, kind of. She can't really bruiser at all, because her damage is basically 0. So she kind of goes down the same vein of Joanna, except she's not as tanky, but what she is sustainable. So her starting first talents are all about survivability. The light of... Hello, all the pings. Looks like we have some AFKs already. Nope, they're back. So the light of Carabor, that's going to increase your healing if you're in teamfights a lot. Dauntless is going to be really good if you're against lots of physical teams, and Marad's Insight is just good all around if you're using your abilities a lot. So we're going to pick that up to start with. On the friendly team we have Yrel, Azmodan, Chromie, Lunara and Greymane, and we're against a Azul, Nazeebo, Kel'Thuzad, Leoric and Stitches. So this is going to be quite an interesting game. So starting off on our E we have Avenging Wrath, which does a nice little jump that you can charge up, like all of her abilities. They get stronger and stronger, and it basically increases your distance but doesn't do any more damage. So I'm just running to Azmodan at the moment while I run through the abilities. Our Q is Vindication. This does, as you can see in this nice little ring there, does AoE damage and also heals Yrel. And then our W is a Righteous Hammer. This will do a knockback, and if fully charged will also stun at the end of that knockback, and hits everything in this arc here. And then we've got our Divine Purpose, which is kind of what makes this entire set work. So this will, rather than your abilities costing mana, it makes them free, and it will also do them maximum charge straight away. So what this does mean is that you can kind of spam your abilities quite a bit with this, and it kind of gets around her main issue, which is that she's really prone to being stunned. That will block all of her healing, block her knockback, block her mobility, it will just shut down everything. But with this you can instant cast something pretty much straight away, and means that you'll be able to get around that a little bit, and it makes her very, very viable in lanes. So as you can see, we pop it off, we keep getting our heal, which is this nice little thing here, which we've got from our level 1 talent. This is going to keep topping us off as long as we keep using abilities. So we're going to let that go off, and then we're going to jump onto Leoric. We're going to knock him away. Unfortunately that doesn't count. It doesn't cancel his grapple unless you actually stun him with a full charge, which we can do. So we're just going to heal ourselves up. We've still got... That's fine, you can go ahead and grab me. And oh, this is not good, this is not good. We get out. But luckily we can just sustain ourselves through this and walk away from 3 people, because we are super tanky. For our next ability, we're actually going to go for Gifted Naru. And what this allows us to do is when we press R D like that, we can actually heal our ally as well as ourselves when we actually use an ability. So we're just going to ward them off with this. Oh, and miss it. So yeah, if we pick that up, we're now going to be able to heal whenever we use our passive. So run up to Greymane here, give them a nice little heal. Almost 500 at level 5, so it's actually a pretty significant heal really. And we're just going to top ourselves off here, and we're going to start heading down to the objective. So we can help out a little bit here, but our AoE is okay, but not great. So we'll start charging stuff. We're going to stun him, it's going to cancel his effect, and give us our charge back. We're going to use this. We're going to slow him, gives us a nice little heal there. And we can just kind of keep them away from the rest of our team pretty well. We're a little bit low, so we're just going to jump on these minions. And we're going to do that, and we're going to get our heal off. And then we've got our healing stack back again, so we're pushing off quite nicely at the moment. I'm just going to avoid that. Get some little AoE damage, stun the minions. There we go. So we don't have a healer on our team, so we're going to be entirely self-reliant. So we're going to be using our passive on a Vindication constantly to keep ourselves going. So you can see we're actually healing even with all of this stuff going on at the moment. And there we go. So Zul is pushing top, as our friendly Reaper friend here has told us. So Azmodan and Chromie are going to go head up to deal with that. And we're going to come down here and just collect all the XP. So we need to be careful because the Stitches can't just pull us through into a very bad position and just get chained walls, all this kind of fun stuff. But we should be able to get some towers. We're not going to be able to get the fort. There we go, so we've got one tower. I'm going to charge this up because he's about to grab. Oh no, no, we're just going to cancel. And you can see she's very susceptible to any form of CC. It will just shut her down entirely. Even if you've used your trait, if you don't use it quick enough, they will just shut you down. So we're going to grab our sip cup, we're going to head back up to Chromie and start soaking our lanes because we are not a full level behind, but we're starting to get behind a little bit. For our next set of abilities, we're actually going to pick up a movement ability, as everything in level 8 is. So the first one, Righteous Momentum, is all about... Oh yeah, he needs help down here, so we're going to go back down. It's not GG. Be positive, my friend. So Righteous Momentum is going to give us movement speed while we're channeling our abilities, because they do slow us down. Avenging Wrath cooldown is quite hard to use, because if there's any stuns, you're basically never going to get it. Is why my voice dies. Divine Steed is very unique and a lot of fun. It's going to make your steed instant, and also give you an increased movement speed on top of that, which is really, really strong. And then there's Samara's Light, which is another pretty solid ability. It means you're going to be able to stick to targets really, really well. Because if you're above 50% health, you gain 15% movement speed. So you're just at a 50% boost constantly. So I think for now we're going to pick that up, because it's just going to make us stick to targets a lot easier. Missed my passive there, but it's fine, we'll just use it to keep his minions going. But we're able to sustain. In fact, if we run away from some spiders, we can just kind of loop around, heal ourselves back up. Well, our passive, and look at that, still basically full mana, nearly full health. We need to be a bit careful, but it looks like we don't have to worry about anyone ganking us at the moment, so we can go ahead and just keep pushing this lane. Which you can see we should be able to push this back, but we are pretty sustainable, so we can ignore a lot of his poison. And then for our ults. So you've got two major decisions here. We're going to go grab this camp while we talk about this. Ardent Defender is very, very strong if you're doing against any burst compositions. What it will do is it will block all damage for 3 seconds and heal you 50% of that damage. So you pop this around about 50% health, you stand in any of the giant abilities and you just heal up through them. However, Sacred Ground is good for anything where you need to stay in a position. So we're going to pick this up. And what this does is it drops this nice little circle, and while you're in it you get 40 armor against everything. Not physical, not spell armor, just 40 armor. Which is really, really strong, but as soon as you walk out of it, it disappears. But fortunately, as soon as you cast it, it starts the cooldown. Which means it's nearly always going to be available when you need it. So I need to be a bit careful because there's quite a few of the team and they're about to... Well, so we're just going to heal ourselves up, walk away from that. We're going to grab the sip cup and I'm going to head straight back in. Fortunately the Grey Mane went down there because we weren't able to protect them, so we're going to go ahead and push them back, do a little healing and just kind of be annoying. But we can't really do much damage. But our ultimate is back up. Oh, we missed that. They were being eaten by Stitches, so we should be able to escape because we had our passes up already. We're going to drop this, we're going to heal ourselves a little bit. We're going to push him away, and then what we're going to do is we're going to jump on here and we're going to drop our ult. So now this is where we live. So we're just going to bully people, try and stay out of the AoEs, which is the problem with this ult. And we're just going to stay here and we're just going to spam a lot. Using our passive to help keep our friends alive because we don't have a healer, as we said earlier, and then using our Q to keep ourselves alive, which will also help do the objective. But the problem is we're kind of stuck to this if we want to be useful. So we need to be careful. Luckily our ult's almost refreshed, so we can now jump out of that, heal up a bit, prepare this, and start grabbing some more of these. Using our auto attacks to heal up after our abilities, just keeping ourselves topped up a little bit. We're going to drop our ult again. And unfortunately, he just ran off with our friend. We're going to stop him using that. if Lunara... Oh no, we've got a nice little heal target here. Heal ourselves up and heal them up at the same time. Oh no, we have. Unfortunately, we weren't able to stop it, so we're going to have to start running back to here. It's not ours. Come back, come back. Yeah, we should have focused them a little bit more. That's partially my fault for talking so much, but it's fine. Punisher's not going to do too much while the rest of the team is kind of wandering off. We can just sustain through most of his damage, and we've got a sip cut for when that eventually ends. And we can drop our ult again because it's just up all the time. Get out of the freeze. And now the damage is actually here to do something. But again, we're just going to sustain through, not giving a crap about your Punisher. There we go. So I suppose we'll come down, help out Az now, we'll just jump over this wall. And for our level 13 abilities, which we've been waiting to pick up for quite some time, probably would have helped, is some variation in how survivable you want to be for yourself and for the team. So Eldor Peacekeeper reduces all damage for enemies hit by your Vindication by 30%. And considering that, we're going to go pick that up. Try to keep our friends alive a little bit. Azdan is totally screwed. Could have jumped in, killed Zul, but we would have killed ourselves in the process. The friendly team is a bit all over the place at the moment, so we're just going to try and stand and defend this for a little bit. Dodging the hook. So just keep these minion waves clear and we should be okay. We can drop this if we need it. We've been eaten. That's not a problem. We've got a passive back up, so we can heal straight back up. Drop this, knock them towards our friendly Nora, and we're going to jump. Just keep healing ourselves up the whole time. That should finish him off. Nicely done. And then we're going to just get the hell out of here. We're going to drop a nice heal for Nara, and heal ourselves up the faces. So we've got this, just to push these minion waves back while we go back into these. If you could not do that, would be grand. Just gonna cower here for a little bit. Our Civical's back. We're gonna just whiff that, but we do get our heal out of it. And there we go. So we held that off, fortunately. They are pretty low, so if Lunara can get a gank going... No, they're gonna back off. Okay. So we're just gonna go ahead and clear this up and pick our level 17 ability. Level 16 ability, sorry. So, out of all these, the only one I ever see any use for, especially if you pick up the heal at level 4, is Divine Favor. This is going to reduce the cooldown of our passive, every time that we cast a basic ability. Which means we're going to be able to heal more, and as we're the only healer, I guess, at the moment, that's going to really help our team out. And it also means we get our abilities up more often, which means our sustain is going to be significantly higher. Being able to use that more often means we're going to be topped off more, and we're just able to do a lot more for our team, even if we can't tank as well as some of the others. So this is a bit of an issue, and without the ladies down here, we're not going to be able to do any damage. But we have found their entire team. So we're going to charge this up, and then we're going to... Oh, I missed that in time. So they've got the Zul waiting to do that, to do the actual objective. So we need to kind of collect ourselves ready for this. They have taken a fair bit of damage and they don't have a healer either. So we should be able to just jump in, drop our ult, and make this our home. And hopefully the friendly team will come in and help with some damage. And we have been eaten, but they are looking all pretty low at the moment. We're going to have to top ourselves off again. We have lost our ult because of that. We'll knock them off it. We're going to come down here, jump in on the stitches, steal that kill. Our ults are back up in 20 seconds. So we're just going to go back, try and clear some of these minion waves. And heal ourselves up in the process. Using our AoE to try and get these down so the rest of our team can actually kill them, because they do way more damage than we're ever going to do. Collect some of these together. So halfway through this objective, we should be able to pick this up for the friendly team. One thing I've not shown off too much is that she's actually quite good at taking camps. She's just a little slow on damage, but she's not really going to be taking much damage from them. In most cases, with the smaller ones, you're probably just going to heal yourself up. Give yourself that charge while there's nothing else to do. And now we can actually start pushing this. So we're going to come down here with the friendly team, try and help this Lunara out, get our jump ready, so we can initiate on this Kel'Thuzad. So we get rooted, but we can push them back out. And yeah, this ult's not going to do anything to us. Nice kill from the friendly Nara right there. Keep ourselves good. Just going to push those out of the way so it doesn't do too much. Oh no. But the CC stopped us being able to get our regen off, which really didn't help us there. And the rest of our team is up doing objectives, I think, and clearing out the lanes. So we probably should have pulled back and actually just stuck with them, because we weren't able to really push. But we do have a nice 2-level lead at the moment, and we are starting to get some camps, but they need to be a bit careful because they're going to start rotating down from the top lane to the mid. So he needs to be careful if he wants to steal those, because they'll probably see what he's doing. The friendly Azmodan is just getting bombarded, but luckily Lyric has built a nice wall for him to stand behind while he can just throw stuff in. So they're actually doing pretty well in this fight. Greymane is now on his way with that minion camp. Friendly Chromie goes down. Lunara is going to struggle to escape, but she's got this minion way to block, so Stitches can't really hook anyone at the moment. And we've hit level 20, so we've got a nice 3-level lead, or 2-level lead. So with these, I think most of them are pretty bad. You pretty much just want to go for the one that you pick for your ultimate. And the reason for that is that this is the level 4 ability, essentially for Garrosh. Makes you unstoppable, which is nice, but it's not really a level 20 ability, it should be lower down. Bubble Hearth is fine, but you don't really need it, because you just want to be winning the team fight instead of running away. And again, this is just Chromie's ability, bye-bye, but way higher up in the tree, and with an 80-second cooldown, which is terrible. So we can go for Hallowed Ground, which means we can now move our ultimate. Is she going to get away? She is. Cool. So, just going to waste that. I was going to head up and help Greymane, but he does not need our help at the moment, so we're going to head up, help clean this wave, so that can do a little bit of work. And we're just going to top him off while we're here. See, doing about 900 heal. Pretty good. I'm just going to probably stick with Greymane now, so that we can try and protect him. That's it, you do that. He's just going to die, it's fine. So, they want to... Where do you want to go, Greymane? Are we going to go try and go for a gank? I don't think that's a great idea. Where do you want to go? Okay, we'll just head over here, start clearing these, and we can start pushing down onto this fort. We are starting to lose our lead. Chromie's in trouble. So we're going to start heading down, try and help our team, who are in a bit of a bad place down here. Luckily the enemy team pulled away. Use our passive to heal Chromie up a little bit. And ourselves. Azmodan and Greymane, if you could come down, that'd be grand. So it looks like the Yorick is the only one there, so we're going to try to take advantage of this. He's just going to escape. We're going to get eaten, but it means our ability is still going to be off cooldown. Our ultimate ability is going to be cooldown. And we're going to try and jump into this KT. We are going to get rooted. And then we're going to get rooted again. And I was a little bit too late in that heal. But we have pushed the enemy team away, so we can actually finish off this. And we should have a pretty easy win in terms of getting the objective. Again, we're going to jump it over, make KT's life a real living hell as he goes down straight away. Get rid of that ultimate, get it out the way, and then we're going to start using this to really put some heat down. Oh, we almost got the Yorick there, but he's going to heal us a little bit. The root's coming in nicely, finishing off 2. Punisher MVP. Yeah, poison no heal. Oh, I can heal if you stand close enough. My heal's only once every 10 or so seconds. We can start pushing this. We're gonna get rid of this sippy cup. Keep ourselves up. We're gonna go try and heal this Asmodan in a second. I'm gonna reset the cooldown on that, so we get a nice big heal on Asmodan there. And take this down, and then we can start pushing onto the core. Got Chromie coming in, 3 people like Punisher. Punisher's got a little bit of health, so we may not kill it all now as they start coming back. But we should do a significant amount of damage. I'm just going to drop this. I'm going to drop our ult so that the cooldown can start ticking away. And I think we're about to get this core. Nice, nice, nice. And I'm just going to top ourselves off. And we end almost on full health. So pretty good. Only 1 death. We tanked 70,000 damage. That's not too bad. And we healed up most of our damage throughout that fight. You see, we don't really do much damage. But that's not what we're there to do. We're there to disrupt, get in people's faces and just be in the way, and sustain through things, because we can just take a beating. Lunara did pretty good, so I'm going to give her the upvote. So, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more of these Heroes videos, where I kind of run through a rough guide, let me know. And if you want to see a return of doing full Heroes guides, I'm definitely up for doing some of that, so you may see me some of that in the future. And until next time, I've been Dante, thanks for watching.